guys, it's Empress. Let's get to it.
It's more than a statement, it's a way of life. Celebration, the Miss Jessie talking.
That's just the way life is.
A couple years ago, how are we doing?
No fun.
I'm sorry. A couple of years ago, you were on the, never mind Rolling Stone, the cover of Time magazine. Is your success ever scary? I mean, is the air thinner up there in the stratosphere?
Yes, it is. Because I know that lots of people are paying attention to me and watching my every move, and I think I feel it more than ever now because I'm doing stadium shows, and I get up on stage and I see 65,000 people all standing there, and all of a sudden I feel like, you know, I have a big responsibility.
It's not stage fright you're talking about.
No. It's like, it's just seeing that many, knowing that you sold a certain amount of records or so many people have bought this magazine is much different than seeing them all in one room. And feeling their presence and knowing that they want they're there to get something from you.
And there are times when you don't quite feel equal to that pressure?
Not that I can't do it, but just, wow, you know.
Like the girl said, it's overwhelming, right? And for me, just being on this journey, I feel overwhelmed for her, just knowing like, whoa, this was a girl who started out in clubs, and like she said, to pack a stadium with like 65,000 people. I'm like, dang, my girl came up.
There's no place like home.
You know that girl showing now. She home now.
I gotta talk fast because I might start crying.
That's cute. That's cute. Like, I'm legit proud of her. Like, this is, of course, talking from somebody who is just discovered Madonna. So, just seeing, and for those of you guys who've been a part of this journey, you know what I mean. I mean, I was listening to the demo, Shit on the Ground, High Society. I mean, everybody in the demo, they see her coming from them demo days, they see her coming from everybody up in the club, they see her coming from Borderline, they see her coming from like a virgin with the road. Now this girl here on the stage on her own tour, like, turn up. And you know, just like a humbling type of manner, I think it's kind of like, sheesh, these folks out here for me. Let's go.
I have a big responsibility. Look what I've done.
Right.
You know?
Do you like people to look at you?
Most of the time. Yeah. But you know, you always have your ugly days. Or you have a big zit, you know, on your face, and you're like, I don't want people. Oh, yes. Ask my makeup artist.
It's not in your contract, is it?
To have zits.
See, she trying to make Madonna be something that she not. And I guess as I started the journey, I see like those early interviews. And Madonna has always been pretty much down to earth in her interviews, right? I never got that diva. Like, I don't think we've gotten to that stage yet. Hopefully we won't get there, but who knows, right? Y'all might be like, look it up. Right, let's go.
I wish. Well, you just have a, you know, bad day. You know, you don't feel great. So if people are looking at you when you walk down the street, you don't want them to.
But they do anyway.
Exactly.
That's part of the package.
Right.
Irony. The man in your life can't stand it.
Right. It's not that he can't stand being looked at. He just likes privacy. He's a very private person.
There's a columnist who wrote what in effect was a public lecture to your husband.
Right.
And people like him who think they can play the star game by their rules.
Right.
The case she made, you remember what, you know what I'm talking about? The case she made was that if you want to be a star, you owe it to your fans. You owe it to the paparazzi, whatever, to the people who make stars happen and so forth. If you don't want to play by that rule, then go sell insurance or.
Hey, I mean, I'm with that lady though, right? I said it before. Like, I don't understand these people. You live and you die for fame. Like, just you're breathing before you get it. Oh, I gotta be famous. You get the fame. It's like, no, don't look at me. Stop it. It's like, huh? What are you doing? You wanted this, like, right? And I agree with that. It's kind of like, if you're like, whatever profession you get into, you have to play the part, right? So again, if I want to be like totally creative, I know I'm not gonna get a job most likely as a school teacher if I got tats all over my face, in my hair different color. Like, it's not gonna work, right? So you have to play. Everybody in this life plays a part in some fashion, in some way.
Do you believe that?
I'm not sure. It depends on who. I believe the person. I'm not sure who you said this. It depends.
Well, it's Liz Smith, and I may be paraphrasing unfairly. Is why I didn't
I think
intentionally
that
say.
there are certain things you have to accept in this business, that you become a larger than life figure, and people want to know about you, and you have to expect a certain amount of an invasion. People walking up to you on the streets, doing interviews, people wanting to know you, touch you. That you just have to expect a certain amount of it. But then you have to draw the line.
Where do you draw the line?
I draw the line when I get to my house. I go up my driveway. That's where the line is.
Respectful.
Wherever I live, that should be sacred. And
That's
my
legit.
own private life, and my romantic life. That's where I draw the line.
Do your fans know that?
What?
Do they understand that there's a line at all?
I don't think that it occurs to them to understand. I mean, if you really, really like someone or idolize someone, or you do anything to find out about them, it depends. Certain people go to a lot of extremes. I know people hang out at the bottom of our driveway a lot and constantly ring our doorbell, and they want to see us. They think that we're going to invite them up for a cup of tea or something,
Yeah, right.
And then there are other people who are fans of mine who just write me letters and want my autograph, So there's different kinds of fans.
Is it ever frightening?
Yeah, sometimes, when they're relentless and they never leave you alone.
You are so exposed. I mean, look at the picture on your True Blue album, provocative.
Jugular vein.
The seductress in your videos. I mean, you do the product, and it is a product. That's the Madonna that we see on the air is so inviting. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
It's for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, where are we going with this, Jane? Do you want the lady to stop being a recording artist? Like, what you want me to say, Jane? Like, if I'm Madonna, I'm like, Jane, what you want me to say? Like, I'm about to stop making this bag because what? Nah, you tripping.
Well, I'm not really afraid of that. It's meant to be provocative, but it's not only meant to be provocative in a sexual way, also in thinking in other ways,
And I love how, because I've been paying attention to her like body language the whole interview, and sometimes you get to see kind of like, again, like the veneer, right? You can get a glimpse of like the real Madonna in there, and you get the chance to see it, like a little insecurity. But here, when she talks about her career, them eyes are straight focus. Like, it ain't nothing. Like, she was lasered in, totally strategic, right? And knowing, okay, the Madonna, the product, the image, this is what I want, this is what it is. Yeah, she's not confused about nothing.
I don't think about that aspect, I like to provoke people, but I don't think about the danger of it. And if there is a dangerous element, that's exciting to me.
I have no intention of crossing the line you don't want to cross about your romantic life. But it is interesting that Sean Penn found Madonna, the world's most public woman, and fell in love with her. And
Well, opposites attract.
yeah. Do you ever try to help him accommodate some of the exigencies, if you will, of the movie business? Or is that his decision, period, end of discussion?
Yes, that is. I mean, I specifically don't want to discuss Sean and how he handles himself. He is a grown man and he makes his own decisions about that. And when he wants to talk to the public about it, he can do that, but I don't want to.
You're very careful about his life, and yet you are available. I see the difference.
Well,
and I respect it.
I'm me. I can't speak for him. It's not
Exactly.
fair.
So where are you going next?
Well, after I do my show in Chicago, I have a show in Madison, and Madison, Wisconsin, and then Ohio, and then Detroit, then New York,
And then
Europe.
in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
And then, when I ask about the future, how far away is the future? Is that
The
next
future's
winter
tomorrow.
or tomorrow is the future?
Mm-hmm.
You don't think beyond that?
Well, I've been thinking beyond that for several years, and I'm relishing the idea of not really doing anything for a month after my tour. Everybody who knows me right now is going, "Oh, sure, she's going to take a month off." But
Why? Why are they so dubious?
because I'm a workaholic. I mean, I love to work,
Believable.
but I just do one thing after the next.
Well, you're lucky, and I hope you stay that way
Yeah.
for a career's worth.
Mm-hmm.
But in your line of work,
It's good to take
you
time
can
off.
only want to work if someone gives you something to do.
No,
if
not
there's a
necessarily.
concert and you can sell tickets, if there's a screenplay and they want you for the
Yeah,
for
but
the
you can
part.
create things too. You can develop movies, and you can work on things like that. Or
You're not someone who does a picture, sits back, and is sure the phone will never ring again.
No, absolutely not.
She's like, what, girl?
You don't know that most people in the
Well, I
business
do other
probably
things.
do
I-
have that insecurity.
Maybe they do.
But she ain't them. Like, okay, y'all. I'm feeling y'all. The fandom who was alive in 1987, who watched this in real time. I bet y'all was on your couch like me, like about to throw the remote. Like, Jane, get serious. Like, what kind of questions are these? Like, who do you think you talking to? And the point is, she thought she was gonna be talking to some little blonde head up in the clouds. Like, I don't. She really thought she was gonna be talking to a Marilyn Monroe like person, but even Marilyn had them fooled, right? They would ask Marilyn questions, she'll get them the fire answer, okay? Like, don't try it. You're not talking to no Pop-Tart, Jane, and you thinking, I can hear her voice. She thinking that Madonna isn't gonna have a long career after this, right? She probably think, oh, I'll be glad when that fad. I'll be glad when the Madonna thing ends, right? She thought probably it's 1987. She probably thought 1989. It's a wrap. Madonna who? Girl, you got me in 2021. I'm trying to learn about Madonna. Let's go.
I write songs. I make records. I have. I know this sounds stupid, but I have a multifaceted career. So I mean, I don't
They
just sit
know.
and waiting for someone to send me a screenplay. I am developing screenplays for myself as an actress,
Boss.
and I hope to produce movies in the future. And I'm going to continue to write music and make records. So there's tons of stuff to do, and I have to learn how to tap dance. So,
Why do you have to learn?
because it's something I don't know how to do, and I want to learn.
You didn't learn that back in Pontiac?
No, can you believe it?
No, I can't.
So, that's up on my agenda.
Do you have time?
Oh, well, I'll make time.
Where? I mean, 24 hours is standard.
Well, when I'm done with my tour and I have time off, I'll go to, Sally Moses tap dancing school. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I want to learn how to surf, too.
You don't already? Right? So near Lake Michigan, and you never
No,
learned?
they don't have big waves in Lake Michigan, but Sean's a really good surfer, and we live in Malibu, and I'm terrified of it, so I want to learn how to do it. I like to do things I'm terrified of.
What do you do on your time off?
I read and I go to movies, and I eat
What?
everything.
Not everything.
Well, I'm a vegetarian,
Right.
but I ate a whole bag of cinnamon gumdrops last night.
One after another?
Uh-huh.
Would you qualify that as a binge?
Definitely.
Why?
Because I ate the whole bag.
No, I mean, I know it's a binge, but why did you do it?
Because I have...
Yo, I'm sorry. Her interviewing style is pissing me off.